And welcome to Writer's Life, the place where you get the sights, sounds, smells, taste of my particular writer's life. Where you get the truth. I gotta shut this door. Okay, now the sound will be better. Subscribe, punch out the like button, and tap the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on one single exciting video. So, expectations. About 10 years ago, that's how fast time goes. About 10 years ago, I signed a big deal with Amazon, one of Amazon's publishing imprints. And it was for like 6 books, like one or two new ones, and like some of the old Moonlights that had been published previously by another publisher. Also, it included The Remains, which did splendidly. And what else? The Innocent, Godchild, the 2 Marconi books. Anyway, at first, nothing was really moving as much as I expected. I mean, sales were good, better than they would be with like another traditional publisher. And that's why you signed with one of the imprints, in this case, Thomas & Mercer, because let's face it, they're Amazon and they have that big mailing list and they can sort of toy with the algorithms and stuff like that. And I don't know to what degree. They always said that they had nothing to do with it, and maybe that's the case, but they strangely would go through personnel like crazy. It was a revolving door. I don't think I did like 2, 3, or 4 deals with them, and I didn't have the same editor for any of the projects. But anyway, be that as it may, my marketing person at the time, who was there a while, I like called her or I was texting her or whatever I was doing. Anyway, she was nice and we were friends at the time. And I was like, what the fuck? How come I'm not like number 1 on the charts? And she's like, hey, wait a minute. She's like, here's what's got to happen here. She's like, you have to expect nothing. And then when something good happens, you'll be really, really pleased. So like, just keep that in mind. And that way you don't have to keep emailing me, please, or whatever. So I was like, all right, well, that makes a lot of sense. So I stopped emailing her and I stopped bugging her about like, my ranks and all that crap or whatever. And then sure enough, The Remains like shot up and did go to number 1. And then it was like an editor's pick, an Amazon editor's pick. And then they gave me a Kindle first deal for Everything Burns, and that moved like 250,000 units. And so like, it was fun. It was a good experience. Some of the books didn't do that great though, like The Concrete Pearl. I couldn't get anybody to buy that. I couldn't even get my mother to buy it. But in general, I could tell like, like if they knew that readers were getting behind a project, they would push it all the more. And I suppose traditional publishers do the same. I consider Amazon imprints traditional publishing because it's the same thing. But anyway, even though I've moved on to other publishers and more recently my own publishing house, or label, I should call it, I still have that notion ingrained in my head, which is expect nothing. Write as well as you can, as quickly as you can, get it out there for sale. And if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, whatever, you're on to your next project anyway. It's going to sell something no matter what. But I don't expect anything anymore. I just concentrate on the work. And I think that is a much healthier attitude. And it's the kind of attitude that will keep you employed, self-employed, and that you don't stress out. You're not like, oh my God, like if you're constantly looking at your numbers, it's almost like a day trader. Like you're constantly glued to the screen. Like, when's it going to go up? When's it going to go down? When's it going to go up? When's it going to go down? Your best bet is just a dollar cost average and forget about it. And that's sort of the attitude I take now with the publishing game. I just write my stuff, get it out there, and rinse and repeat. All right. I hope I laid some knowledge on you today. I'm gonna head out there for a walk and finish up the day. And I hope to get to you guys tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.